Hello Dawn Hunters! This is day 4 of our Thai Malaysian adventure and our newly upgraded catamaran already flirting with a disaster. We've nearly danced with rocks at a windy anchorage at night, played hide and seek on a remote salad growing island, and witnessed our generator's miraculous self-repair. Now onwards to Korawi, where we have to check out of the country and where surely more tests await.
Break your chains off.
We have between 12 and 13 knots of wind today, and we're sailing around 6 knots. Sea's a little bit bouncy, but everything's fantastic.
Not much vessels around us. Just one fishing boat on our port side, a little bit further away. And that's it. Only us and a beautiful ocean.
Yana's up at the front, minding the boat. I can do a bunch of stuff on this boat now underway. The other boat, I'd be up there like biting my fingernails, but she's got a handle on this, so I'm finishing these Dyneema lines. I think I better go check to make sure she's awake. It looks pretty quiet up there. Hey, there were fish traps going by us. What are you doing?
I just put my head down for just literally 5 seconds.
Hey, autopilot doesn't mean auto sleep.
No?
No.
The weather is so nice. It's so quiet, tranquil.
I could have got hit by an orca whale.
Have you been wearing a life jacket? No. So whose fault would that be?
The captain is responsible for crew when they're at the helm, so it would be your fault.
Great. Blame the wife.
Welcome to my world. Elderly abuse I hear all the time. Just like today's youth. Give them a free moment and either they're sleeping or they're surfing the internet.
Well guys, nothing as always goes as planned with us. You can see behind me there are 2 islands and we're gonna be spending today in between them, today's night, because the winds were not very helpful to us today. So we realized that we're gonna arrive to the other island around 10 p.m. and sailing at night in Thailand is not a good idea usually. So that's why we made this fast decision to actually do a stop here instead and spend the night, and then tomorrow morning we can continue our adventure. Let's see if we can catch a mooring ball.
School of squid, they were following us, but I don't know how to catch a squid. I know how to eat a squid. One calamari tonight on the grill.
We just moored literally 1 minute ago and William saw a huge school of calamari. We first couldn't figure out what that was, but we decided that they were calamaris, and so he's trying to catch them.
Calamaris after you cook them. I'm gonna go for the big guys.
Well, so far, no success aside from our episode. I don't know if you guys remember when in Bahamas we actually went on a fishing charter. My size of fish. Looks like I'm not winning the bet today. William fish? Yana fish. with professionals. Luke, shout out to you. Yeah, we need a couple of tips. I think this one will work for calamari. I've heard that calamari like big orange things because that reminds them of their mate.
We heard that squid like their family, so we're gonna try 360 shrimp. When was this made?
They usually have like a smell, you know, fishy smell. What are you doing?
Giving them a smell. What if you spit on them? It's good luck. Hey!
Oh wait, I thought you have to spit on the fisherman.
Well, I hope it brings him good luck.
Quickly, I found them. They're by the mooring ball. All 20 of them. William is gonna catch them. You need maybe like a net. Yeah, all of them. They're eating from the rope of the mooring ball. That is so cool. I've never seen a live calamari. I can literally see your bait and them just being totally disenchanted with it. I think they have better chance with a net.
Last time you had ideas, we went swimming on the paddleboard and I got an exploded life jacket.
Guys, if you haven't seen that episode, you gotta see that.
I feel like I've got my head in between the elephant's butt.
Where are you? I'm coming here to tell you how to catch a squid. Me and Google are gonna help you out. Fishers lure the squids using... You're not listening. Fishers lure the squids using jigs by use of drop lines and bright lights, which they jerk up and down to attract squids to the movement of light. Large seine nets are also a common method of catching squids, where the nets are used
to encircle the squids to form pockets to trap them.
Now, my friends, let's see who's gonna catch a squid. I need a baiter.
That's for taking fish out of the water.
It's for taking calamari out of the water. We're gonna turn this video into catch and cook video. Watch us, guys. I think they've heard that I'm here with my net and they left. I don't see any smart calamari. They heard there is a real fisherman on board. Oh yes? Oh my gosh, they're into... Oh gosh! Oh my god! Net. Yes.
Net.
Oh, that's ink. He's inking. This is insane. Guys, this is insane! You got him! You got it!
It's a calamari, it's not gold.
We never caught anything! This is the first thing!
Calamari, who needs to fish? We're going after a squid.
Can we talk about this now?
No, we gotta catch some more.
Have you guys seen what fight he put? He was spraying the black ink all over. You know that pasta with black ink? This is it! This was it! I am so excited! Come on, get some more! I'm afraid William's not gonna share his calamari with me, so I'm trying to catch my own. Screw the net. Come on, squids! Come on, 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 come on.
Got up at sunrise to take off in the anchorage. We caught calamari last night. Amazing. And predict wind is pretty hard to predict, I guess. We're now getting almost 12 knots of wind, so we're going to deploy the sail and take advantage of this boat.
So how long do you think it's going to take us to get to Kipe?
Kipe and Kububu? I think I remember those places. It says we're going to arrive like at 2 o'clock at our current speed of 6 knots. Let's see what we'll do under sail. Sail up should stabilize us a little bit in the rolling waves, and let's see what our speed is. All right, time to slow down these engines. So 4.5 knots of sailing with 10 knots of wind. Not too bad for today.
Come on, a little more excitement.
Didn't have our breakfast yet. 4 knots.
That was bad. Waves. Arrived at Kipe. I couldn't wait to get ashore this time for some reason. We desperately need milk and some other groceries, so hopefully we can find that here. It looks like it's a pretty busy island, a lot of tourists. Let's go and see. Wow guys, look at all this coral just under our dinghy. This is insane.
We're gonna have to paddle in. I already hit bottom on this stuff and I don't want to mess this coral up. And I sure don't want to swim with sea urchins. You feel like you're in Italy?
Guys, the water is so clear here. You literally don't need to snorkel here. You can just look from your dinghy and see everything. Regular life of a cruiser. Always walking with wet pants anywhere ashore. Normal.
I feel like Gilligan coming to a remote island, but it's not remote.
How are you liking the island?
Well, if they don't get killed by one of these truck drivers, just keep your eyes open. They're on a mission.
We're on a mission for milk and they're on a mission for making money.
Bringing supplies.
Making money.
I'm gonna go get scalped.
Boone is gonna go get braided. Are you gonna do this shade like this one? Amazing haircut.
Yeah, very nice.
Good morning guys. Yesterday was our checkout day and we've spent a couple of hours trying to check out. The guys were very nice and one guy was new, so he was doing that first time, and it was our first time by checking out with the boat from the country ourselves. But it was quite long. So we kind of like lost our weather window. So right now we have about 3 hours to get to Langkawi because there is a big storm coming our way. So William is just in case tying our lithium batteries so they don't roll around.
Lithium batteries are situated good and strong, but I'm gonna put a double strap on them. I expect this to be bouncing really bad. We're gonna secure these bad boys so we can get on our way.
You can see guys, it's a pretty busy anchorage, but surprisingly people are like super respectful. You know, coming from Miami where the charter boats are pretty crazy in Miami and very, very not respectful to anybody, even to their own kind. Here it's actually quite refreshing. There are no like super loud music at Anchorage. Everybody just turns their lights off and they're here just for spending the night. So although it's busy, it's actually not bad.
The tide gets so low the boats can't go into shore, so they all tie up to this big boat. And then when the tide gets high enough, then they go in and do all their stuff, shift people around. Tide goes down and they have to hang out here again. So they can only bring people in and out of this island based on how the tide. That's why customs gets flooded at high tide. So learn a lesson. Okay, you can take out the black one and I've got engines on ready to roll.
Here the rain gear comes. Hardtop, no enclosure yet. We're still deciding what we want here because we don't want what we call the greenhouse. So we're looking at the options.
I've got my sunscreen, so maybe this is gonna stop a little rain. 2 seconds and there's raindrops. Time for a shower, I guess. Well, I looked at 3 different weather programs yesterday, all giving us different options. The weather and winds here change so fast. More the waves I was concerned about, but I guess we're gonna test this little girl out. We deployed the sail, which is gonna keep us more to starboard in these rolling seas. So it actually is 2 things. It's helping us move along, and at the same time, it's giving us pretty good stabilization.
So right now it's showing us arrival at 12:21 p.m. just 30 minutes prior to the storm as per predict wind. We're hoping to arrive a little earlier than that. Wouldn't be cool to be getting in the harbor in the storm. Plus all these weather apps are usually quite a bit wrong.
We hope for the best, and we always have our rain gear.
The carrot fell and cracked on 2 pieces. I've heard that ginger is good from seasickness. The sea state looks like I'm gonna get seasick, so I'm gonna try and do fresh squeezed ginger, carrot, maybe apple juice. Are there any other messy people here? Because I always feel like I'm so clumsy. I always spill things, drop things. Compared to William, I'm a disaster. Are you a disaster or you a fixer? What are you? We're getting closer to Langkawi and there are like about 20 fishing boats around us and all of them are pulling nets behind. So we constantly have to go zigzagging around them because we don't want to catch any fish in our prop.
He was waving for us to go behind him with his arms because nobody has radios out here. Then there's another one behind him and another one behind him, so I sped up. This is the one rare occasion I can see having speed is an advantage.
Now we're gonna have angry fishermen on our stern.
Better than angry net in our boat.
Well, we didn't have to use the rain gear. Looks like the storm is still there, but we're arriving right before that. It's about 10 minutes before we arrive. We can already see the marina. You can see I'm already respectfully dressed.
Seas weren't too bad. We sailed maybe, I guess, 50% of the way. Make sure that you keep an eye out for the next video. We have gotten into biking. We've got 2 little Brompton bikes on board, and
there is a huge event happening.
yeah, there's like 2,000 followers of this Brompton meetup here. So we're gonna go show off our biking skills.
And also William knee seems to be much better than the last time we've been here. So we're gonna go on that super hike here that is known to be like...
You have to use ropes to climb up.
Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool.
I'm looking forward to that.
Hopefully we're not gonna die of monkeys attacking us. And you guys remember what to do?
Like,
and
subscribe, and send to family members or enemies. I don't know.
Send to enemies. Oh no, bumper overboard! Bumper overboard! Bumper overboard routine. Can you see, guys? It's floating right there. I gotta catch it. Good that there is no man overboard. Come here, you! Bad bumper. Yeah, I was trying to tie the bumpers and as usual, William calls me a queen of shortcuts. So I put 2 of them by me, and while I was tying one, the second one fell overboard because it's pretty windy.